3A right now. I think that's too many in one league. I would like to see them split into two. I think, as things go, this thing may reclassify again. We may have more 4A schools, but I think right now this is the best option.
Let's talk about these two teams. High hopes for Lake Stevens, but then oops, football happens, and they're all everything leading scorer is out until maybe for the next week or so.
Crazy, right? I mean, talking to Coach Heim before the game, he's battled not just the COVID stuff, but like you talked about, the injury bug has hit them too, and he's almost back to full strength. Like you said, they're not quite back. Hopefully, if you heard him before the game, they're thinking next week, which would be great timing, but unfortunately, he's got a few more league games before that even becomes a deal.
Tell me if you've heard this one before. Glacier Peak is good.
I know, right? I mean, just change the year. Just flip the page to the next year, and here we are again.
Yeah.
Believe me, I tell Brian that enough.
And Bobby Siebers, what a talent he is.
Just kind of a do-it-all guy. There's not a lot of flash there. He can shoot it, he can drive, and he's better defensively this year than I've seen. It looks like he's kind of dedicated some time to that. He's a factor now, and he can use his size to guard the other team's 3 or 4 man.
Well, and you kind of think the Grizzlies are poised to maybe make a deep run, maybe playing all the way to Saturday down at the Tacoma Dome.
I don't see why not, and kind of like you said, a different year, same story. I think you'd be crazy to bet against them.
In case folks forgot, a couple years ago, the Western Conference combines with the Kinko League and the 4A to form a bi-district tournament. That makes the district playoffs, Coach, really tough with those sneaky Bothels and East Lakes and Mount Size.
And I'm looking at the bracket right now, and 4 of the 5 get in, but the number 3 and the number 4 seed play a loser-out game. So just not only the urgency to be in the top 4, but super urgency to be 1 and 2, because if you want to get in the district tournament, you want to be in a double elimination piece. It's nice to make the district tournament, but when you got to turn around and usually play that first day in a loser-out game against a Kinko school that you haven't played yet, there's a lot in the line yet, and your season can end pretty quick.
We will continue live from Lake Stevens High School for Glacier Peak and Lake Stevens. Wesco 4A basketball. Stay tuned. The opening tip-off is coming up next. Our Wesco Tonight pregame show continues right here on KRKO.
Hot summers in Snohomish County lead to homeowners taking steps earlier each year to keep their home comfortable. If you're thinking about air conditioning for your home, now is the perfect time. Air conditioning costs hundreds less when installed with a new furnace. If you're unsure about the age or dependability of your home comfort system, our consultants will help you determine the best solution. Our experienced technicians make sure our customers are comfortable by keeping their heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical systems working well. But we believe comfort is more than that. We want you to have a comfortable buying experience, to be comfortable with our technicians working in your home, and on top of that, getting a value you're comfortable with.
Here we go, and the ball is in the air, and we are underway at Lake Stevens High School. It's the Lake Stevens Vikings and the Glacier Peak Grizzlies. Tom Lafferty along with Zach Ward. Tom Friel on the stats tonight. Brandon Hamilton at the controls in downtown Everett. We're underway here as we're going to have a steal right now. Actually, a bad pass here by Lake Stevens and grabbed by Glacier Peak. Grizzlies in the very dark gray uniforms with the black numbers or dark blue numbers and white trim. Kind of hard to read. They got half the lights off here in the gym as well.
And Lake Stevens coming out in kind of a flat 3-2 zone. I think they want to force Glacier to shoot jump shots and not let Coach Hunter run his man offense for sure.
Yeah, but if you make Glacier Peak shoot jump shots, Bobby Siebers buries them. He didn't that one. That 3 ball from the top of the key did not go. It's going to be controlled by Lake Stevens. Vikings in the white jerseys, purple numbers, gold trim, pull-up jumper on the way, rattles and goes. Kai Taylor with the bucket there for the Lake Stevens Vikings, and they take the early lead. Now here comes the Glacier Peak. Again in the gray, moving to our left. Joe Lee is the freshman wearing number 2. Kick it to the top of the key. Watkins to Lee again. Back to Watkins, back to Lee. Open 3 on the way. Too hard. Same spot as Siebers earlier. Misses this one. Maddox Prater grabs the rebound, brings it up himself. Thinks better of it. Good drop back on defense. Pull-up jumper short from 18 feet away by Samuel Gardner. Long down court pass to Lee. He passes it to the corner, safe from going out of bounds, but intercepted. We go back the other way. Lake Stevens with Tyson Iman on the way in. Bodies on the floor. Offensive foul called.
Yeah, good job of getting back on defense, setting your spot. I would like to see the Lake Stevens kid pull up and maybe shoot a short jump shot there.
First personal foul, first team foul on Tyson Iman on the drive. The officials, the referee, Riaz Kanji, the umpire, Philip James, and the other umpire is Jeremy Sapinski. 6:20 to play, opening quarter, a 2-0 lead for the Lake Stevens Vikings on their home floor. This game originally scheduled for Glacier Peak High School. They switched it up because of officials and COVID and everything else. Long outside 3, ball on the way, won't go by Watkins.
That's 3 shots, 3 threes for the Grizzlies so far to start.
And more importantly, 3 misses as well. Joe Lee has it, goes right side to Aiden Davis. Davis, NBA 3 that time, it won't go. 4 shots, 4 threes, 4 misses. And Lake Stevens' Kai Taylor grabs the rebound for the Vikings. Samuel Gardner goes left side to Taylor. Give it out to Prater. Prater, dribble drive to the baseline. Close off there. Goes around the defender. Puts it up. Won't go. Battle for the rebound. It's going to be won by Glacier Peak. Joe Lee brings it quickly out of back court. Open 3 on the way. Won't go. 5 threes. All misses. That was a miss by Davis, but they get their own rebound. Lee is open. That 3 on the way.
There
it goes.
A matter of time. One's got to go, right, Tom? One's got to go. Keep shooting. Coach Hunter talked to us before the game about 3-point shooting.
Shooters shoot.
That's
Isn't that right?
That's right.
So here's Lake Stevens. Had the lead for a while. We're at 5 minutes to play in the opening quarter here at Lake Stevens High School.
And Glacier just in their staple, tough man-to-man defense. They're going to sag off a little bit, really show on screens, but they don't want to switch.
Give it to Gardner. 6 to shoot. Still looking for a shot. Gardner with the dribble in. Down to 2. Puts it off. Got it in the corner. Good defense there by Glacier Peak. Forces the turnover, and they probably would have turned it over anyway on the shot clock violation. Second turnover.
Curious now if Coach Hunter maybe subtly mentioned, let's get a paint touch here and maybe see if the ball can go inside the 3, at least for a touch. Let's see.
See what happens here. Aiden Davis brings it up out between the rings. Looks down low. Joe Lee. Force it down to Siebers, and he's just manhandled there by Kai Taylor. It's probably the way you got to guard him. Just hang on over both shoulders.
And you hope the official doesn't call everyone. That's about the only way you can stop him sometimes.
The foul's on Taylor. His first personal foul, second team foul. And it's Glacier Peak basketball leading it 3-2 here early going at Lake Stevens High School. The 3-year-old Lake Stevens High School gym, beautiful facility. Joe Lee is open for a 3, rattles out, no. Rebound, Tyson Iman for Lake Stevens. Give it to Gardner, he'll bring it out of back court. They're missing Grayson Murin, who was an all-Wesco player last year in the COVID season, last spring. Here's a turnover, bad pass there, turned over, grab, bringing it in, running, lay-in, no, miss. Miss there by Torrey Watkins.
And I think the defender got a piece of that on the shot block.
I think so. And they're going to call a blocking foul here. Philip James is going to have a little talk here with Kai Taylor and Torrey Watkins. And it's a little, hey guys, knock it off. little preventative officiating there by Philip James, because this could escalate.
Yeah, just a little friendly, competitive conversation, I think, there on the loose ball after the block shot, and then kind of the mix-up. I think that wasn't an intentional foul. They just kind of locked up legs and both went to the ground. And
Watkins picks up the
discussed a couple things.
Picks up the foul, his first personal foul. So here we go. Lake Stevens basketball down by 1. 3:44 to play, opening quarter. Kai Taylor, top of the key, changes direction, splits the defense, and then loses the basketball off his knee and out of bounds. That's 4 turnovers on Lake Stevens. And Glacier Peak's going to get a sub in. It's going to be Adam Thomas will come in. And A.J. Klein will take a seat here. Wesco 4A just getting underway coming into this ball game. As Glacier Peak is 1-0 in league play, Lake Stevens 0-1. And I think they want to reset.
Clock issues, I think.
Yeah, they're going to, because it's at 29 seconds on the shot clock. It should be more off than that. I think they're going to see what they end up putting there. We're at 3:35 to play in the quarter.
I think it's only 3-2. I think if you're Lake Stevens, you're pretty happy with that zone defense. And I think we've given up seven 3-point attempts, 1 for 7, I think, Glacier so far.
So inbounds here for Glacier Peak.
Now watch, they're going to run baseline, and they're going to try and get the ball to Bobby inside here off that double screen.
They swing it to Lee. He'll shoot a 3 and hit it. Joe Lee puts it in, and Lake Stevens now down by 4.
He heard me say 1 for 7.
So 2 for 8 now. So here comes Lake Stevens. They had the early lead 2-0, and then 6 unanswered for Glacier Peak. Back to the basket there is Caden Chittister, who's into the ball game. And it's going to be another bad pass, stolen away, Joe Lee.
And just a great job defensively. You saw him beat him to the spot there, force the turnover.
Wouldn't you like to have a player like Lee for 4 years?
Oh, man. I mean, just a hard-working kid. I've had the opportunity to see Glacier play a couple times this season. It's the exact same every night. He just puts on the hard hat and comes in, knows his role, and accepts it and does a great job.
Prater with a foul, his first personal foul, 3rd team foul. Glacier Peak basketball elevating another 3 on the way. Joe Lee with a miss, back up by Siebers. Got the rebound, missed the lay-in. Rebound now by Kai Taylor for Lake Stevens. Here come the Vikings. Prater goes in, knocks over the defender, and gets called for the offensive charging foul.
That's 2 charges the Grizzlies have taken.
And I think they're both charges.
I totally agree with both calls. I think, it's just a case of, like I was talking earlier about a kid buying into their roles, and that's the dang thing about Glacier. They're so good defensively and so tough-minded and can just play annoying man-to-man defense that the offense just gets frustrated at times.
So here come the Grizzlies, leading at 6-2, 2.5 to play, opening quarter. Right side, Davis. They swing it around to Lee, left side. Across the top of the key, Thomas. Thomas looking to penetrate down low. They're looking for Bobby Siebers. He's out topside now, and here's a steal. It's going to be stolen away, grabbed by Lake Stevens. Taken down by Sam Gardner, goes in. Missed the lay-in, fouled on the way in. Siebers was there, Joe Lee was there, and it will be Lee picking up the foul. The 6-foot freshman, his first personal foul. 2nd team foul. Out of bounds. No, excuse me.
They're going to say
2
he
shots.
was shooting. Yep.
He was shooting. A couple of shots coming up here for Samuel Gardner. First one, too long.
And Lake just stuck on the 2 points there.
Yeah.
See if he can get this one to go. I know Coach Hine would love to make a little run here in the last 2 minutes.
Lake Stevens, 6 turnovers here. And we still have 2:12 to play in the first quarter. Next free throw is good, so it does break the 2, makes it a 3. It's 6-3 coming up on 2 minutes of play here in the first quarter.
And really sagging. If you look at that defense, he's standing at the free throw line. They're not even guarding the 3-point line out top.
Siebers has it. Now goes to Davis. Davis trying to force it down low to Watkins. They're going to have an overplay on the defense here on Lake. And the Vikings pick up a foul. That's going to be on Colby Easterling. He will pick up his first and the 5th team foul.
Oh, boy.
Wow. Inbounds, Watkins elevates, goes up, no good. Rebound grabbed down by Lake Stevens, grabbed by Iman, outlet pass to Gardner, goes in, off the window and in. Coast to coast by Gardner, lays it up and in, makes it a 1-point ball game, 6-5 Grizzlies with a minute and a half to play in the first quarter. Adams, bounce pass to Lee, back to Adams again, across the top of the key. As they swing it around the perimeter, Watkins in the corner. Back out on top, bad pass, saved from going out of bounds. Grabbed by Lake Stevens, taken by Easterling. Corner shot on the way at 3, that won't go. Missed by Newby, back up by Gardner, no. And the rebound grabbed down by Torrey Watkins for Glacier Peak. Couple of decent looks there for Lake, and they wouldn't go down.
Agree, hectic action there in the midcourt area, but ended up getting a great shot out of the corner.
Top of the key, Davis. Swing it to Lee. Bounce pass underneath. Boy, looked like Watkins was standing out of bounds. Watkins gets it back off the glass and in. Well, Siebers has been pretty quiet tonight so far, but it's an 8-5 lead for Glacier Peak. And it's
I don't think he's going to stay quiet long. I think Brian's probably pretty happy with his spot with Bobby with only 2 points, I believe.
3 ball on the way. Top of the key. Bang! Down it goes for Jordan Newby. Bank, or he didn't bank it in. He put it right straight in, and it's an 8-8 ball game, our first tie. It was a 4-point lead for Glacier Peak, and Lake Stevens has battled back. Shot clock is dead, 17 to go in the quarter. Davis out to Thomas. Thomas
now
on
Lake
the dribble.
Stevens switching defenses a little bit, late clock. Looks like more of a traditional 2-3 zone.
Out between the circles there is Thomas. In the corner they go. Elevating for the 3, and then he thought better of it, let the defender go by, and Davis misses at the horn. We played 1 quarter at Lake Stevens High School, and our score after 1. It's the Lake Stevens Vikings 8, the Glacier Peak Grizzlies 8. Good ball game here at Lake Stevens. Stay with us. Second quarter coming up right after this timeout.
We at Gene Johnson are here and ready to help with our touch-free service. Being clean and safe are at the top of our minds. We're using gloves, masks, shoe covers, and lots of hand sanitizer. Our software allows us to get your approval without any physical contact. We hope you don't need us, but if you do, we're ready. Gene Johnson, clean, on time, and professional.
McDaniel's Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do It Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
1 quarter in the books, and we're set to go with the second quarter. Didn't decide anything in the first. It's an 8-8 tie.
But I'm willing to think that Glacier gets Bobby Siebers a few more touches this quarter.
He gets one here as he gets in the corner. Glacier Peak controls here to start the second quarter. Left side, Davis looking down low. They looked at Siebers, and we're going to have a foul called on the way in. And that's going to be on Torrey Watkins.
Tried to run a lob play there with a ball reversal and then kind of a back screen on the wing that was responsible for Bobby. They called an illegal screen there.
Yeah.
Must have been moving on that back pick.
That's his second personal foul, third team foul on Glacier Peak, and Watkins has to go to the bench. He will sit. A.J. Klein returns to the lineup. Looking down low, Klein will get it. It was a bad pass by Lake Stevens. 7 turnovers in the ball game so far for Lake Stevens. Grizzlies with the basketball. Barking orders there is Adam Thomas. Goes to Lee. Back to Thomas again. Goes to the foul line. Swinging in the corner. Left side, Aiden Davis. Double team there. Back out to Siebers. Siebers looks to Lee. Open for a 3. Rims off. Rims off. I thought it was going to kick back in.
I thought it was down. I thought it was down.
Yeah, don't say it's out of here until it's out of here. Bodies on the floor again. Blocking foul this time. It's going to be Adam Thomas picking up the block. A couple of trips down the floor. There's been offensive fouls, but this time it's a defensive foul. That's his first personal foul. That's Thomas with the 4th team foul. So team fouls 5 for Lake, 4 for Glacier Peak. 7:09 to play here in the quarter. First half. Outside 3 on the way. That won't go for Newby. Putback won't go, and here comes here comes Glacier Peak going in. And
Very
one.
nice take. Very nice.
Adam Thomas, what body control.
I know, and a great opportunity for Glacier there, who struggled a little bit in the half court, honestly, to get good shots, and I think they'll take transition buckets like that.
And Adam Thomas will go to the line. Easterling picks up the foul, his second personal, 6th team foul. So the next one out of here will put Glacier Peak at the bonus line for the rest of the first half. I think Kai Taylor was tying his shoes and doing a few other items. And here we go. Free throw is going to be missed. And it's going to be Lake Stevens basketball. Down 10-8. Here's a dribble drive in, going in. One won't go. The second one won't go. That was by Chittister, and the rebound controlled by Glacier Peak. Grizzlies with it, going in, high in the air, blocked. Oh no, they're going to call the charge. Offensive charging foul there. Thomas got the worst for wear. Aiden Davis. Davis went airborne.
That's 3 charges in about 10 minutes, and I think they were all charges.
Yeah.
We'll go games without getting 3 charges. So two coaches that really emphasize defense. It's good to see. Davis,
First personal, 5th team foul on Glacier Peak. Lake Stevens basketball, down by 2, 10-8. As they work it to our right. Long outside, brings rain, no points. Long outside shot by Tyson Iman. Boy, that went high in the air. It came down, hit the rim, foul called off the rebound. This one's going to be on Kai Taylor picks up the foul. For Taylor, his second personal foul. And we shouldn't be in 1-1.
I think that's what they're talking about here.
Yeah. The official came over to the bench. And our statistician tonight, Tom Friel.
All over it. He was throwing up the 2 fingers 1-1 before they were.
Well, he also, I've watched him referee for 35, 40 years. He always puts the 2 books together, too, at the table.
Yes.
You guys better don't you be my problem.
Right. You guys figure this out.
Yep.
Because everybody's going to be yelling at me.
First free throw is good for Glacier Peak's Aiden Davis. He'll get another. Makes it a 3-point lead. It could be equaling Glacier Peak's biggest lead of the ball game with the next free throw. He does. 12-8 score. Timeout on the floor called by the Grizzlies. They call a timeout. We'll step aside. 6:17 to play in the first half. Glacier Peak 12, Lake Stevens 8. Back with more of the second quarter right after this timeout. Stevens comes into this game 0-1 in league play, 6-5 overall. Glacier Peak 1-0 in Wesco 4A play, 7-1 overall.
And normally those don't seem like, a big deal early on, but when you're talking 5 teams, there's only 8 league games.
Yeah.
A little extra importance.
Yeah, we're halfway through January, and they've only played 8 games. Here's a spin move. Kai Taylor goes in. No, they're going to call him for travel. Nice look, but it didn't work.
Yeah, and I think he did there. He got pretty aggressive there. I think that foot dragged a little bit.
That's 9 turnovers on Lake Stevens. And Mark Hine, that'll give you gray hair, turning it over like that.
Yeah, for sure.
So Glacier Peak with the basketball, but Glacier Peak really hasn't taken that much of advantage of all the turnovers.
No, they haven't. I think that's...
Here's Lee. They do this time. Points off turnovers. That's a 3 ball by Joe Lee, and it's the biggest lead of the ball game, up by 7 points. You want to finish your thought?
Well, you can see Glacier now getting more comfortable, having played a quarter and a half against that same defense. You can see them getting more comfortable on that. And I was going to say, up to that point, the Lake Stevens defense has done a pretty good job, but I'd be looking for Mark Hine to maybe change up his defense a little bit as we move forward, just to throw another curveball at him.
Lake Stevens with a couple of misses there and a block shot thrown in for good measure to the baseline. Davis kicks it back out for Lee. Puts up a shot and in. Lee buries another 3 ball. Give the assist to Siebers, and we will take a break with a timeout called by the Lake Stevens Vikings. They lead it by 10, 18-8, with a 5:11 to play in the first half of action. Back with more right after this.
Tyler and Matt, Waterline.
Hey, how you doing? We're here in the U District on a Thursday, replacing all the buried galvanizers in the line.
Each of our homes depend upon their connection to water and sewer.
Hey, we're under the porch, putting in all new PEX, replacing all the galvanized, including the hose bib.
Over time, these lines age, change, and break down.
We're making our last connection. Matt's capping an old galvanized water line, and we should be done for the day.
Our Waterline team can help to make sure your connection runs smooth.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's got to be, I talked about the defensive end before. I think there's got to be a little more urgency now. Obviously, Joe Lee's got it going a little bit. We got to know where he is, and don't forget about Siebers, right? But we saw those threes not go down for Glacier. Those same shots they continue to shoot, they're going down. On the offensive end, I like it when they put the ball on the floor and they get the ball in the paint. I know we got called for a travel there maybe a couple possessions ago, but I think he'd like to see more of that.
And he'd like to see the tall kid with the long hair playing for him, too.
There is no doubt about that.
Yeah, Grayson Murin, the quarterback for the Vikings football team, went to the state championship, but without him the last couple of weeks, took a hit in the Eastlake game and broke his collarbone. And again, Coach told us before the game, hopefully he'll be back next week. He's got an appointment on Monday. You wait for the doctor to say, you remember those days, right, Coach?
You got to wait. You got to wait. Yep, and you're just hoping, hey, Mark's going to think all day Monday. He can't wait for that appointment just so he can, if nothing else, learn one way or the other.
Yeah, if you have to go the rest of the way without him
exactly.
or not.
Yep.
Here's Maddox Prater with it. Down to 3, down to 2 to shoot. And the ball knocked away. Did they get a shot off? No. Shot clock violation.
Another fantastic job defensively. On-ball pressure, forcing that shot clock violation.
That's 11 turnovers on Lake Stevens. 4:40 to play in the first half. 18-8 is the score. It's a 10-point lead for Glacier Peak.
And now Lake Stevens comes out in man-to-man defense, a change-up to make the Grizzlies try and do something else.
Here's Adam Thomas on the dribble. Swing it to Lee. Back to Thomas again. Out between the circles. Right side to Davis. As they work it around. Back to Thomas again. Oh, up fake for Davis. Goes in. A little runner from 8 feet. High in the air. Won't go. Rebound Taylor for Lake Stevens. Vikings out of backcourt. Give it to Iman. In the corner it goes to Gardner. Oh, he was going to go a no-look pass. He did get it, though. Taylor goes in. Hard off the window. No good. Foul called. Whistled here on A.J. Klein, I do believe.
Really like that decision. He had the elbow jumper. Decided to put the ball on the floor. One dribble and got to the bucket, drawing the foul. Nice aggressive take there.
For Klein, his first personal foul. And 2 shots coming up here. 2 shots for Kai Taylor. Taylor, the third leading scorer, averaging just over 10 points per ball game. First free throw won't go. He'll get another. Checking in here for Lake is Sam Gardner. He's back. And they're going to have another. Lake is yet to score here in the quarter. 4:02 to play. Next free throw, still haven't. And the rebound grabbed down by Glacier Peak, grabbed by A.J. Klein. Up the floor they go. Siebers on the runner, goes. Little runner with the left hand, up and in traffic. And it's now a 12-point lead for the Grizzlies on Lake Stevens' home floor. On the left side, Prater. Give it off to Iman. Opens, elevates, 3, won't go. Rebound. Aiden Davis. Davis brings it out of backcourt.
Grizzlies are looking to run a little bit here.
Yeah, they're going to go early, and then Davis kind of veered off, and they're getting instructions from Brian Hunter, their head coach. Only coach in Glacier Peak high school history.
Trying to get an ISO post for Bobby.
They got it down to him, but the ball was juggled there, but last touch by Lake Stevens.
Yeah, you saw a little false motion early to trying to get the defense to move a little bit and then bring it back ball side and trying to get a shift where Bobby had the advantage on the block.
Foul is going to be on Gardner. Gardner picks up the foul, just making sure his first personal foul. And we're in the bonus here. Bobby Siebers at the free throw line for the Grizzlies.
And that's one of the things that makes him so hard to guard is we can see him shoot the 18, 19, even the 20-footer. And then when he goes in the block and he can post up with the best post players in the league, I mean, that's just unfair. If you're anybody but Glacier.
That's just unfair. I like that. It's fair if it's your guy.
Well, of course.
Kind of a high dribble there by Gardner. No call as they swing it left side. Prater open for three. Bang! Down it goes. Well, Adam Thomas watched that one from the seat of his pants. He was sitting at the foul line, got knocked over. He looks up and goes, "What am I, nothing?" I got bowled over. He said, well, this guy was shooting a three and it went down. It's 22-11. Here's a little runner that won't go. It's a miss there by Glacier Peak. Down the other end we go. Gardner off the glass, no good. Offensive foul is going to be called. Bodies on the floor again. Joe Lee did a good job, stepped in front of that runaway train, Samuel Gardner, the old number 5 train. Ran him over, his second personal foul. And offensive foul, so no foul shots. 22-11 the score, 2:43 to play in the first half. Low-scoring ball game, entertaining ball game here at Lake Stevens. Checking in now is Jordan Newby, as Gardner will take a seat on the bench with 2 personal fouls.
It looks like Lake's going to go back zone. We'll see what happens when the ball comes over half court, but they're showing that same zone they started the game with, maybe extended a little bit more.
Lee with it left side to Thomas, to Davis, to Thomas, to Davis, to Lee as they work the perimeter. Davis up fake for a 3, got rid of the defender, puts up a 3. He's on the seat of his pants. He missed the 3. Lee grabs the rebound to Siebers for a miss, no good, and the foul called. Foul's going to be on Glacier Peak. And it's going to be whistled here on A.J. Klein. Picks up the foul. That's his second personal foul. Going to 1-1 here. And it's going to be Caden Chittister at the free throw line for the Vikings. Vikings went up, lost to Linden 75-58 on Monday. Free throw, good. He'll get another. Glacier Peak went down to the ShoWare Center in Kent and beat Sumner 56-41.
Great job by both teams just finding games. 2 trips there you just described that are not easy trips.
That's right.
One north, one south that are tough trips to go on the road and come away with a win.
Especially Glacier Peak, a tough Sumner team.
Right.
And held them to 41 points. Next free throw, no good. The lead is 10, 22-12. Coming up on 2 minutes to play in the first half. That's Adam Thomas with it. Bounce pass to Siebers. Open 3 on the way. Actually wasn't really open because Maddox Prater came through and may have gotten a piece of it. Prater has it. Goes to the baseline. Closed off there. Give it off for a little runner that won't go. Who's got it back? Prater does. It was a miss mixed in there by Kraxberger. First time we've even said his name tonight. He's been out there. He was in the starting lineup. Sets a screen now. Left side, Prater. Top side, 3. Bang! Down it goes. Tyson Amon.
Really good ball movement there from the Vikings. You saw ball reversals a couple times and making Glacier Peak play defense for the whole 30 seconds.
Minute 23 to play in the half. The official, Rios Conchi, telling the Lake Stevens players to sit down on the bench as Glacier Peak works the basketball. Round the perimeter, down to 12 to shoot. Left side, Davis. Now to Lee, back to Davis again. Faked it in the corner to Siebers. Open on the top of the key. That's Joe Lee with another 3. And it's 25-15, back to a 10-point lead. Inside a minute now to play.
5 threes from Joe Lee so far in the first half. A kid that can obviously really get it going. We saw that in the Federal Way game, and he's doing it again tonight.
Dribble drive in. Prater goes in. Missed it. No good. Foul called. Going back the other way. After the miss by Prater, Foul's going to be called here on Lake Stevens, on Kraxberger. He picks up his first personal foul.
And only a freshman.
Yeah, he's a freshman. Joe Lee going to the line. In fact, he's the only freshman on either roster. He is 5 for 9 from outside the arc. He's got a free throw here. That's good. Now it's the biggest lead of the game for Glacier Peak, up by, they led by 12. I misspoke. Let's see if he hits his free throw. See if he makes me not a liar. No, he made me a liar because he missed the free throw. Safe, though, for going out of bounds by Davis to Siebers, so Glacier Peak retains it. Trying to go in and dribble it. Ill-advised. A.J. Klein has the ball stripped away. Elevate for a three. Short by Kraxberger. No, it was Tyson Iman who missed. Scramble for the basketball. And a timeout on the floor called by Glacier Peak. We'll take a break with 26 seconds to play here in the first half. Our score, Glacier Peak 26, Lake Stevens 15. Back with the final 26 seconds of the half right after this timeout. Asking us to do math on the run.
Come on, Tom. That's why the book's in front of you.
Well, but Joe Lee does pretty good math. He's got 16 points, 1 free throw, and 5 threes. I guess we can do the math on that one. And like we said, he's a freshman.
We'll see if Coach Hunter drew up a play at the timeout to maybe get him another look here. Obviously the hottest shooter on the court. I would think he gets a touch and a good look here.
As they're dribbling out, down to 13 seconds to go. That's Thomas. To Davis, to Thomas again. There's Lee. There's Siebers in the corner. Shoots a three in the corner. Won't go. Who's got it? It's going to be grabbed by Lake Stevens. Out of backcourt quickly. Elevating, and the ball's blocked out. Just a great way to end the first half as Bobby Siebers gets a block on an attempted three that was not going to go, and we have reached halftime. What an entertaining ball game.
For sure. Up and down. I know we had some action there. We had a lot of action, but no points being scored in the first quarter. Boy, did that change in the second quarter. Especially with Glacier Peak getting hot from behind the arc.
And Glacier Peak outscores Lake Stevens 18-7 in that first half. Stay with us. We've got more coming up here on halftime at Lake Stevens High School, and at the half, our score. The Glacier Peak Grizzlies 26, the Lake Stevens Vikings 15. Back with more halftime right after this timeout.
Introducing Corey, the new recruit. Our Seattle area plumbing company just keeps on growing. Every day, every job, every person is a champion on our team. How we support each other to support our customers is changing the game.
Hey, Gene Johnson Plumbing and Heating, Corey here. How could it possibly be this great to work for a plumbing company? Gene Johnson Plumbing really sets the bar. They are trend setting the nation for a plumbing company. My wife, in the first time in years, wants to bake and cook for my team. Gene Johnson Plumbing is my new plumbing home away from my own, and I will stand by that until I retire. I'm happy.
Experience respect, pride, and appreciation for doing great work.
the quarterback out there, Grayson Murin. What's his timetable? I know you were just talking about it.
really don't know. We really don't know. He's a big piece of our puzzle that we have yet to have out there. Great kid. But he broke his clavicle, and we still don't know. He has an appointment next Monday that hopefully will shed some light on our timeline. So hopefully a week away, but who knows?
And he's a big difference, right?
Oh yeah, he can guard guys he can guard guys that frankly we kind of struggle to guard otherwise.
Tell us about how you guys as coaches and the staff and the players have dealt with all this cancellations and moving games. This game was supposed to be out there tonight.
Yeah, I mean, what can you do but adjust? And there's really no other response to it. You know, I mean, complaining or, all that stuff's just wasted time. Just tried to stay the course. I mean, we got guys coming and going from practice all the time. This guy's on a 10-day, this guy's on a 5-day, and he comes back. And just the teaching continuity is difficult from a coaching standpoint. So that's the thing that has probably been the most problematic.
Tell us about your trip to Linden.
We got a bunch of games canceled, and we picked up Kings, we picked up Linden. We want to be in this thing at the end, and I think my guys can compete at that level. We're missing some guys against Kings, and we didn't have very good showing up there, but Linden was a battle. We had it 5-point game, and then they ran it out at the end, but, it's just, it was a good experience for us. They do some really hard things to guard, and kind of expose some weaknesses and things we need to get better at to beat teams like Peak and Jackson and the teams in our league.
Coach?
Well, first of all, this is like the first time I think we've been sitting like almost on the same bench. I'm a lot more calm now, not having to sit on opposite sides with the clock at 6:30 to go, thinking, what the heck is Lake Stevens going to do tonight? How are we going to stop it?
We've had some
good battles over the years.
Yeah.
Since I'm not currently scouting Lake Stevens, can you kind of share with us maybe a self-scouting report? Not any secrets about tonight necessarily, but we're all looking forward to playing our best basketball right now and hopefully making it. When Lake's playing good, what are you guys going to do?
Well, if we're playing well, when we're playing our best, multiple guys are scoring the ball. We feel like we have 3 or 4 guys that should be, in my perfect world, we have 3 guys that are 18 to 15, and we have another 3 that are probably 6 to 8. I mean, when we have good balance, we're successful. That's important for us. We're still, to be honest, trying to find our defensive identity. We've given up a lot more points than I'm comfortable with, and a lot more that you can be successful with. So that we're trying to find.
Hot summers in Snohomish County lead to homeowners taking steps earlier each year to keep their home comfortable. If you're thinking about air conditioning for your home, now is the perfect time. Air conditioning costs hundreds less when installed with a new furnace. If you're unsure about the age or dependability of your home comfort system, our consultants will help you determine the best solution. Our experienced technicians make sure our customers are comfortable by keeping their heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical systems working well. But we believe comfort is more than that. We want you to have a comfortable buying experience, to be comfortable with our technicians working in your home, and on top of that, getting a value you're comfortable with.
Having navigated what was, some of November and December and all that, we talked about the cancellations, what are some things that you've done maybe differently this year to keep guys fresh, knowing that this is different than last year? Last year was a 10-game, and it felt different. This is real, but it still had funkiness to it. So we've had to adapt and change as coaches. What have you done differently to keep your kids feeling like, okay, think back to 2 years ago when things really mattered?
Yeah. So what we've tried to do is, and it's because of the situation, is we've limited our exposure to even ourselves. So we're a program that's prided itself on practicing as a unit a lot of times, and it helps our younger guys get prepared for the next step. And we've limited that this year just to try to limit the chances of spread throughout the program. It's something I'm not happy about, but because I think it's really been a beneficial thing for our players in the past to play against the older kids and to see how we do things. So that has been limited some strategically. We don't practice as long. We don't do film sessions like we used to, where we get into rooms and we stay together for a long time. And truthfully, I'll tell you that's the hardest thing about the last 2 years, and I think, Zach, you'll appreciate this, is that we love the game, you love the practice, you love being on the court and all this kind of stuff, but I think for you and I, the things that you remember and the things that the kids remember are all the times off the court. And we don't get that time, and you can't do it like we used to do it.
100% correct.
And so the last 2 years for me have been a really, really emotional struggle with myself, because I love the kids, and I feel like I'm just not able to do the job with them that I normally get to do, because I don't get to be with them when the lights aren't on, and you get to really know them, and you get that next level just experience. And so I'm sad about that. That
Daniels Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years. They are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniels the best and one of the most recognized do-it-best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniels and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniels.
I really believe so. And if you're the other team, you want to play the game too. You want to play the game.
Heading into the second half, Glacier Peak led by the 16 points of Joe Lee, 4 points for Bobby Siebers, then each for a bunch of guys, and then for Lake Stevens, 3, 3, 3, 3, 1, and 2.
And Coach Hine did tell us he likes balanced scoring, and that's what he prefers.
Well, he's got it in spades tonight.
Yes.
So here we go. Second half set to get underway, and Lake Stevens will control. They're in their white jerseys, purple numbers, gold trim, moving to our left, down by 26-15 count. Dribble drive in, going in. Sam Gardner has the ball stripped away, grabbed by Siebers, dribbles it out of backcourt, bounce pass right side. Davis lay in, good. They do like to run if they can.
They do. When given the opportunities, I think Brian pulls back the chains a little bit and says, if you have an advantage, a 2-on-1, 3-on-2 type situation, it's okay.
Here's a step-through move, a little runner that won't go for Kai Taylor. Another rebound going in. Joe Lee, reverse lay-in is good, and one.
Feeling it, right? I mean,
that's feeling it.
That's someone who made 5 threes in the first half, a free throw, 16 points, right, Tom Friel? 16 points, and that take there to just avoid the contact and finish with almost a reverse style on the right side.
He's got 18 now with the lay-in. Could be 19 with another free throw. Look at us doing math. Free throw, good. Joe Lee with 19 points in the early running for our player of the game tonight.
And two transition buckets for the Grizzlies early, something we didn't see in the first half.
Lake Stevens with the basketball now down 31-15, down by 16 points. Biggest lead of the game for the Grizzlies. Dribble drive along the baseline going in. Prater, no. The lay-in did go. I'm sure they'd trade the foul if they could, but they won't. It'll be Aiden Davis picking up the foul. And for Davis, that is his second personal foul. First team foul of the second half. Out of bounds, baseline for the Lake Stevens Vikings. And Maddox Prater shot an air ball. It was right in line where I'm sitting, and it was nowhere near the rim. Not anywhere near it.
Heck of a screen to set that up. He had a wide open look, just couldn't draw iron.
So it'll be Glacier Peak basketball. Here they go as the ball had gone out of bounds. Aiden Davis out between the circles. Looking down low, swing it to Lee, back to Davis again. He's open. He's put up a three, and he'll hit it. Aiden Davis from NBA range, and it's 34-15. 19-point lead for Glacier Peak and a timeout on the floor. We step aside with 6:42 to play in the third quarter. 34-15 Grizzlies leading the Vikings. Back with more after this timeout.
We at Gene Johnson are here and ready to help with our touch-free service. Being clean and safe are at the top of our minds. We're using gloves, masks, shoe covers, and lots of hand sanitizer. Our software allows us to get your approval without any physical contact. We hope you don't need us, but if you do, we're ready. Gene Johnson, clean, on time, and professional.
A lot, but it's one possession at a time. But honestly, they got to get some stops defensively. That's a heck of a start for the Grizzlies to start the third quarter. And he cannot be happy with the transition buckets. That thing grew to 19 real fast.
Yeah, it was 11 points at the half, 26-15. Lake Stevens has yet to put any points in. And 8 for Glacier Peak here. Here we go. Viking basketball moving to our left. They swing it. Sam Gardner looking down low. Back out on top. Tyson Iman shoots a three. Rims out. No good. Siebers goes up to get the rebound, but it's taken away from him. Back up. No good by Kai Taylor. And he'll go to the free throw line. Taylor, the ball was knocked away from Siebers. That doesn't happen very often. And Taylor goes to the free throw line. And Watkins picks up the foul for the Grizzlies. His third personal foul. And team foul number 2 here in the second half. First free throw, no good. Too long for Kai Taylor. And he'll get another one here. Eyes the hoop, puts it up. Short. First one was long, second one was short. This one is safe from going out of bounds. Grabbed by A.J. Klein. Here come the Grizzlies. Joe Lee out of backcourt. Dribbles between a couple of defenders. On the dribble, out by the center line. Looking to pass it off. Doesn't. Yeah, he does now. Swings it to Watkins. Now on top again to Davis. Aiden Davis, 10 to shoot. Looking down low as they swing it around the left corner. Back out top again to Watkins. Little runner by Watkins with 2 seconds on the shot clock. Gets bailed out by a foul. And the foul is going to be whistled here on Drew Kraxberger for the Vikings. His second personal foul.
And the challenge for Lake Stevens now they're going to have to come out and guard him in man-to-man defense, and that is right in Glacier Peak's wheelhouse. I think there's very few teams that run as crisp of man-to-man sets as the Grizzlies. I think Brian only runs about 5 of them, but they're run perfectly. And each of them with, 1 or 2 options, and the kids do a great job of finding those options.
First one for Watkins is good. Kraxberger, as we mentioned, a second personal foul. Next one by Watkins, short. And then a foul is going to be called. Going up and grabbing the rebound was Tyson Iman. And then he gets fouled coming down with the rebound by Joe Lee. That's his second personal foul, third team foul.
Glacier up 20, 35-15, and Bobby Siebers has been relatively quiet. You wouldn't have thought that if I would have dropped those stats on you earlier, right? I mean,
no.
He's done some stuff on the defensive end, but offensively, Lake's done a pretty good job on him.
Averages 25 points per ball game. Dribbling in as they swing it around, going Taylor high off the window and in. Kai Taylor, nice little step-through move. He's got 4 points in the ball game. 5.5 to go. Quarter 3, 35-17, 18-point lead for Glacier Peak. Grizzlies with the basketball in the very dark gray uniforms with dark blue numbers and a little bit of piping as they work the perimeter. 7 to shoot. They get it to Siebers here. Boy, he's good at that. Putting down that shoulder.
There you go. And that's talking about that in the first half. Subtle, but likes to draw contact and left-handed. He can post up on that right-hand block, and when he goes up on that right-hand block, that ball's on the opposite side, and the defender's in the way, and that's what I talked about. He's maybe people think of him as a perimeter player and more of a shooter, but man, last couple possessions they put him down at the block and really tried to give him the ball. We see why.
Well, he'll be a guard at the college level.
For sure. But if you can be a guard at any level and have the ability to post up, that's just another attribute that he can expose defenders.
Hits both free throws, and the lead is 20. He's got 6 points in the ball game. Hasn't needed to score tonight. Joe Lee's been taking care of that. Dribble drive to the baseline, almost stolen away. It is stolen away. Davis with a steal. Takes it away from Prater. Long down court pass goes to Siebers, who ran into the purple padding at the end of the gymnasium here. They have a set of pull-out bleachers that are pushed back. That's what they use for wrestling matches. If you want to talk a school that's wild about wrestling, holy smokes. This is the one. Umpteen state champions on the board. They've almost put on a sideboard for
I'm looking over across the gym. They've got 2 banners dedicated to wrestling.
Yeah.
One's full.
Yeah, we had to get another one.
Yeah.
Dribble drive in, going in, lay in. Oh, rim. They're going to call basket interference.
Yep.
His own guy.
Oh.
His own guy, Tyson Iman, had it. And then Kai Taylor, Iman goes, thanks, dude.
Yeah, that was going in.
That's friendly fire right there. 37-17. Basket interference on your own guy. Ouch. Things are not going well for the Vikings tonight.
No, they aren't.
Davis, dribble drive. Boy, he put on a burst of energy and speed, didn't he? He goes to the floor. He missed the shot. It's Lake Stevens with it. Going in. Reverse lay-in. No. Rebound comes down. Foul called. Iman had it. He was going to go to the hoop no matter what. Try to atone for the previous shot that was missed because of the basket interference. He gets fouled, though, and the foul is going to be whistled here on A.J. Klein, his 3rd personal foul, 4th team foul. And Tyson Iman, the 6'6 junior, goes to the free throw line. For Lake, first one good.
And maybe that can spark the Vikings a little bit, seeing that ball go through the hoop. They've struggled a little bit from the line tonight.
Easterling returns to the lineup for the Vikings. And that's going to bring Adam Thomas off the bench for Brian Hunter and the Glacier Peak Grizzlies. Now, you took over for Hunter at Stanwood, right?
I did, yes. Yep. So Brian was the head coach for 2 years. I was his assistant coach, and then he left, and it was my turn. It wasn't quite that easy.
He just hand you the keys to
the
gym?
No, it was not quite that easy.
Next free throw good, 37-19 the score. Here comes Glacier Peak, leading it by 18, coming up on 4 minutes of play in the 3rd quarter. Bobby Siebers turns, elevates, fires, 3,
there we go.
Good.
Yeah.
Just that fast.
I mean, on cue, we see the post up 2 possessions ago. We see the sweet-looking 3-point jump shot there.
And a good defensive play on the other end.
Yeah, I mean, all-around player.
Is he not? At that time, he effected the pass just enough that the Lake Stevens player couldn't really catch it right, and the ball went out of bounds, and a turnover gives it over to Glacier Peak. 3:51 to play in quarter 3. 40-19, a 21-point lead.
Just speaks to how effective of a basketball player he is. I think he's got 9 points tonight. His team's up 20.
He's got 11 points now.
But he's still just as active. I mean, you wouldn't know if he had 30 or if he has 11.
And we're going to take a break and a timeout called on the floor by Lake Stevens with 3:34 to go in the 3rd quarter. Glacier Peak 42. Lake Stevens 19. Back with more after this.
It's I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Sure.
So here's the question, Coach. How do you stop Bobby Siebers?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we talked about that during the break, and if it's me, I'm probably putting a guard-type player on him. I know he's going to take us to the block. I feel like maybe we could help a little bit in the post area. I'm a little bit concerned if I put a bigger player on him, what he's going to do to us on the perimeter.
Then you have Joe Lee throwing in howitzers from the outside, too. You want to sag in on Siebers.
Right.
Lee says, here I am.
That's right.
Swing a pass inside, goes to Kai Taylor. Taylor puts down the shoulder, and they're going to call the foul. I think they're calling on. They can call it on Siebers.
They are. Yeah, I'm not.
Wow.
Not entirely sure what else he could have done there, but
Taylor will go to the free throw line. Siebers, just his first personal foul, 5th team foul, whistled here against GP. And Kai Taylor goes to the free throw line.
and just a nice offensive move too. You know, foul, no foul, whatever. That's an aggressive offensive move that forces the foul, forces the contact.
First free throw good. He'll get another. His 5th point of the ball game.
And I feel like Lake Stevens has been good tonight when they do things like that, when they are aggressive, not trying to pass the ball on the key, but actually going up and trying to shoot the ball on the key.
Missed free throw, rebound by Watkins. Here comes Glacier Peak with the basketball, leading 42-20. Bobby Siebers top of the key, kind of lulls his guy to sleep and then buries a 3 ball. I'm sure his defender thought he was going to pass the ball.
For sure, for sure.
And that's called psych. So it's 45-20. 25-point lead for Glacier Peak. As Lake Stevens works at right side, Gardner knocks over the defender. They're going to call a charge here.
I think that's the 4th or 5th. I think the 5th charge that the Grizzlies have taken tonight.
And they stepped right in front. And we're going to have a technical foul called here as well on Sam Gardner. Gardner didn't like the call. And then Mark Hines up talking out, I think, to his players to settle him down.
Yeah, I think so. He wants to call him over and talk to him.
And they're going to have free throws here. The technical foul is going to be on Gardner. And I think that's his 5th. That's his. Oh, he just fouled out on the technical.
Yep.
Oh, man. Ouch. And so the official, one of the officials talking with Mark Hine. You know, sometimes you just have to keep it to yourself, right? Keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he was frustrated.
Yeah.
Probably been a little bit of a frustrating night, but frustrated with the call. Felt like it was maybe a block and then just said the wrong thing at the wrong time.
15 points now for Siebers as he hits the first free throw. So Sam Gardner is fouled out of the ball game. Next free throw good. Hits them both. And makes it a 47-20 ball game.
Bobby's kind of exploded this quarter.
Yeah.
He wants to get up to that 26 number, I think, that you were talking about before. He's got 12 in the quarter. Yeah.
And there's still 2:43 to go in the quarter. Yeah, it was Joe Lee in the first half and Bobby Siebers here in this third quarter that have led the way for the Grizzlies. Lee has it now. Long cross-court pass goes to Siebers. Thanks, guys, for setting it up for Siebers. Ball blocked out of there. Partially blocked by Taylor. Up the floor they go. Corner jumper by Iman off the front of the iron, no good. Watkins grabs the rebound. He falls to the floor. Has the ball taken away to Iman for the lay-in, no good. And a foul is going to be called. And this one, Joe Lee picks up the foul. He was kind of caught in no man's land there with all the guys around him.
Yeah, I had to foul, and I actually liked the play there, the foul, not give up the lay-in, force him to go to the line and make free throws.
For Lee, his 3rd personal.
But credit to Lake Stevens. They missed the three-point shot. They crashed the boards. They get the turnover. And
6th team foul on Glacier Peak. Free throw good for Tyson Iman. Newbie checks in now for the Vikings. Yeah, frustrating night here for Lake Stevens. You knew it was going to be. You're playing Glacier Peak.
yeah.
Yeah, in September you knew this was going to be a tough night. Is that right? You had, okay, we're going to have a tough night that night. Yeah, but it's not for 4 months. Yeah, but I know.
Yeah, but I know it's coming. I know it's coming. Yeah, for sure.
When you guys went over to Arlington, it was going to be tough,
It's the same thing, right? You know the date. You know the exact date that game is. You don't necessarily look forward to it. You know exactly the day of the week and the day on the calendar.
Here's a little runner right side with the right hand. Aiden Davis puts it up, makes it 49-22. Glacier Peak up big. Now Vikings with it. Easterling on top to Prater. Looking for a screen by Taylor. Prater still has it. 17 to shoot. Goes to Easterling. He's closed off there. Going down, falling down with it. Looked like he was traveling as well as Iman, and then a steal right back. We go back the other way. Iman in the corner, steps back for a three, but doesn't take it. Swings a pass right side in the corner. Newby goes in with the right hand, rattles off, tough luck, lay-in shot that wouldn't go. Rebound controlled by Glacier Peak. Grabbed by Thomas, and he will bring it out of backcourt.
Great idea, great drive, wide open lay-in, and just, I think he might have bobbled it a little bit, lost control on the way up.
Lee kind of looked at a three there. Thomas has it. Rifles a pass to Siebers. What a pass by Siebers to Watkins for the open lay-in. It's good, and it's 51-22. Inside a minute to play in the third quarter. Great pass by Siebers there. Saw Watkins out of the corner of his eye. Little peripheral vision assist there. Offline right, no good. Prater with a three, that's a miss. Watkins grabs the rebound for GP.
See if Hunter tries to go 2 for 1 here. Try to get a shot relatively early in the clock so he knows he'll get the ball back.
As they go in the corner, here's from the left wing, off the rim, no good by Davis. Was he going to get 2 shots at it anyway?
Great offensive rebound. Now they can take the last shot of the quarter.
Yeah, about a 1 second differential shot clock, game clock. We're down to 20 seconds on the shot clock. Dribbling around with the basketball. They will play for 1 shot. Thomas, 11 seconds ago, out by the logo. Down to 9, down to 8. Thomas on the dribble still. Give it off to Lee. Down to 5, down to 4. Here's Siebers at the left elbow. Down to 2 to Watkins. It didn't get a shot off. And with a minute or 1.8 seconds left, it'll be Lake Stevens basketball. See if they can get some kind of look here. It's going to be a heave. Hit the backboard. Not like the other night, Coach, at the end of that first half up at Mayersville Getchell. Our Jackson Dubiel hit that half-court shot. We're at the end of 3 quarters here at Lake Stevens High School. It's the Glacier Peak Grizzlies 51, the Lake Stevens Vikings 22. Fourth and final quarter coming up right here on KRKO.
Hot summers in Snohomish County lead to homeowners taking steps earlier each year to keep their home comfortable. If you're thinking about air conditioning for your home, now is the perfect time. Air conditioning costs hundreds less when installed with a new furnace. If you're unsure about the age or dependability of your home comfort system, our consultants will help you determine the best solution. Our experienced technicians make sure our customers are comfortable by keeping their heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical systems working well. But we believe comfort is more than that. We want you to have a comfortable buying experience, to be comfortable with our technicians working in your home, and on top of that, getting a value you're comfortable with.
Snohomish. District, okay. Glacier Peak with the basketball, leading at 51-22. The fourth quarter underway here at Lake Stevens. Adam Thomas got most of the way at the point to Joe Lee. Back to Thomas again. Guarded tough there by Jordan Newby. He'll give it off to Aiden Davis. Davis dribble drives in, goes in through a whole bunch of traffic. 2 officials are calling. One was going to call a foul, I think, and count the bucket.
You're right.
And one was not going to. They're going to say before the basket.
Overruled.
Overruled. Lake Stevens, Jordan Newby picks up the foul. His first. And out of bounds for Glacier Peak. Looking to throw it in. In the corner, Davis. Davis dribbles around the defender, around 2 defenders, puts up a lay-in, no good, but Siebers is there to pick up the trash and put it back in. It's 53-22, 21-point lead for Glacier Peak. Now the Vikings on the attack. Down low to Iman, off the window and in.
Great patience, great find. Now, I'd love to see Lake Stevens play with some energy. Tonight's not going to work out for him, but you know, if we talked about, you've got another 2 weeks here of a lot of games, and nobody is eliminated tonight.
No. Well, in fact, only one team, as we mentioned, is eliminated from consideration
there
anyway.
You go.
At the
there
end
you
of the
go.
Year. There's Davis with a miss. Iman out of backcourt. Behind the back dribble. Step through move around the defender, Watkins, who stood his ground. He never got run into. He just stepped around him. Iman. He's got 11 points in the ball game. 53-26 the score. Siebers, top of the key to Watkins. Give it off to Lee. Lee back to Siebers. Left elbow puts up a shot. 3 on the way. Good. Bobby Siebers quieting any doubters from the first half. Dribble to the baseline. Foul's going to be called. That's going to send Maddox Prater to the free throw line. But, Coach, you talked about it during the break. Mark Hine knew that he was just a powder keg waiting to go off in that first half.
Well, it's a matter of time, and he wasn't. It wasn't like he was missing shots. He was just doing other things in the first half. But you knew that he was going to get his at some point, and they had to focus some more energy on Joe Lee, who was obviously having a great first half, and that's going to open up Bobby.
Maddox Prater at the free throw line. First one good. Second one is airborne, and it is good as well. 56-28, double score. 28-point lead with 6.5 minutes to play in the game. And Glacier Peak brings it up as they work it around the perimeter to Davis. Down low to Siebers, off the window and in. That's just easy. It just looks easy from here.
Too easy.
Yeah. His 23rd point of the ball game. Left side, Newby. Swings it right side. Easterling goes in. Power move. Puts it up off the window. No good. Iman tried to grab the rebound. He missed it. The rebound is going to be controlled by Lake Stevens, but the ball went out of bounds. It was grabbed there by Kraxberger.
I think they're going to they say it's deflected, and they're going to keep it with Lake.
Lake will keep it with 26 on the shot clock. 6 minutes exactly to play in the game. Rios Conchi, the official, telling Brian Hunter to get behind the line. Stay in the coaching box. So here we go. Kraxberger feeds it down low to Taylor. Hit from behind by Watkins. That might be Watkins' fourth, if I'm keeping track in my head, which is a dangerous thing. It's going to be 1-1 coming up. It is his fourth personal foul. He'll go to the bench. And A.J. Klein checks in. And Kai Taylor at the free throw line for the Vikings. First one is no good, too long. Siebers grabs another rebound.
Tough night at the line tonight for the Vikings for sure. I mean, shooting overall, but a tough night from the free throw line.
Here's Thomas as they swing it to Lee. Lee out between the circles. Give it to Siebers. Now to Aiden Davis as they work it to Thomas again. Dribble drive through the paint, up, and the reverse lane is good. The C's opened like Moses.
And just like the last trip, I think that's something you'd say was way too easy, but
up fake here for Newby. Out on top to Taylor. Looking down low now. Down to 5:21 to go. Dribble drive, reverse lay-in, won't go. Foul call. Maddox Prater went in for the reverse lay-in. Looked nice, didn't go. He'll have to earn him at the stripe. Foul called. Whistle.
They're gonna have a lot of ball reversals, a lot of movement, a lot of that false motion I talked about in the first half, and try and wear the defense down and taking a shot probably under 8 seconds, I would think, in every possession.
Newby at the line. Next free throw, good. 60-30. Double score. Even I can do that math. 30 plus 30 is 60. Mark Hine, unfortunately, he can do that math too.
Yes.
He won't like it. Dribble drive in. Aiden Davis. I'll tell you, he's got some speed.
He does, and they're just running a dribble weave up top, just waiting for the defense to lapse a little bit. And Coach Hunter's told him, if you have an angle, go.
And he did, and it's 62-30, and the timeout on the floor called by Glacier Peak. Back in 30 seconds right here on KRKO.
It starts with I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
the 3A girls hosting the number 5 ranked Lake Stevens Vikings.
That's
in
a
the
big
4A
one.
girls.
And like you said, a non-leaguer right in the middle of what is now league schedule. Good job by those coaches scheduling that to get that in.
Yeah,
we call that an RPI booster.
That's a big,
That's
huge
what we call that.
That's
yes,
right.
Yes.
Here's a dribble drive going in with the left hand, laying up by Prater, tapped up, back up and in. That was Kai Taylor underneath. Prater missed. Taylor puts it in, and it's 62-32. You're looking for just little small victories now.
For sure. If you're Lake Stevens, you're just trying to get a little bit of momentum, feeding into their game on Friday, and trying to get some positives leaving here tonight.
As the Glacier Peak Grizzlies work it, Joe Lee with it. Out between the circles, swings it left side to Davis. Aiden Davis on the dribble drive. He'll kick it back out. Open is Lee. 3 on the way. No good. And they're going to say they got it off before the horn went off, so Glacier Peak will reload. They got the rebound off the miss by Lee. Overplay. Almost got a steal away from Siebers. Lee open for another 3. Bang! Down it goes.
He's not shy, is he?
No.
He is not shy. Maybe that has something to do with making 5 of them in the first half.
Lake Stevens, he's got 22 in the game. Lake Stevens on Saturday plays at Cedar Park Christian. And they host Kamiak next Monday. Here's a long outside 3. Down it goes. Good by Maddox Prater. And it's 65-35. 30-point lead with 3:45 to go. Aiden Davis, as they swing it around to Lee. He'll dribble in. He'll put it up. A little double pump dipsy-do move for the laying up of good. That's Zach Ward territory, the dipsy-do.
Yeah, something like that.
Or dip something.
I probably would have tripped about halfway.
They're going to say no shot and a timeout called here by Lake Stevens. And we will keep it right here. We mentioned Lake Stevens, their upcoming schedule at Cedar Park Christian on Saturday, hosting Kamiak on Monday, at Mariner on Thursday, and the following Monday at Jackson.
It's a big one Monday against Kamiak. If I'm looking at the standings right now, and
Right.
I've got Lake at 0-1, probably 0-2 after tonight. Kamiak winless on the season so far. We talked about 4 of the 5 make it. That's a big one.
Right.
Not just in terms of where you stand, but that whole head-to-head. What if they finish with the same record? Now you have the upper hand in a tiebreaker situation. That's
Right.
a big one Monday night.
Glacier Peak upcoming. They'll host Jackson on Friday night. That's a huge game.
I mean, right? I mean, I think every game we're going to see, we could probably repeat ourselves a lot, but for the same reasons, you got the 2 teams that are at the top with Mariner battling, and you want those 1 or 2 seeds, again, so you can get that bye. That bye is huge.
Yeah, first 2 teams from the Western Conference, the top 2 teams from the Kinco League get first-round byes going in to the district tournament.
And the kids know that Glacier-Jackson matchup has been a great rivalry for years.
Oh, the kids, they can read a bracket.
Yes, they can.
Outside 3, no good by Marshall Adams. Got a whole bunch of new players in there. Here's Taylor, though. He's back in there. The putback is going to be missed by Adams, and the rebound controlled by Glacier Peak. Peak's put in a couple of new players, as has Lake Stevens. It's a 67-35 lead with 3 minutes to play in the game. As they swing it to Lee. To Siebers. They're both still out there. And now that's Paxton Bigby with it. They're just kind of doing the Harlem Globetrotter weave. And here's Bobby Siebers. Drains a 3 and gets hammered by Kai Taylor. Count the bucket. 3 and 1.
And
4-point play coming
zero
up.
argument from Kai Taylor there. He
No.
knows you fouled him. He's
Yeah.
just trying to make sure that this kid doesn't get off another look, and it happened to hit his arm.
He's got 26 points in the ball game. It's 70-35, another double score. The lead is 35. Siebers
And now he's out cleaning the floor.
scores 26 points and
That's only right. That's him. That's him. His sweat that he's mopping up. So good for
Right.
him.
Yep. Well, that's what they say. It's the greatest kid in the world, too. So here we go. He'll go to the free throw line. Tried for the 4-point play.
We'll see now. A make, he gets the sub. Right? So is he gonna?
Right.
Is he gonna? He knows. He's a smart
Sure he
kid.
does.
I think there's no doubt he's gonna try and make this and
Luke Zimmerman checks in.
Let his buddy check in for him and take the rest of the night off.
And then Paxton Bigby will try to come in. Siebers, free throw. No, he missed it.
I don't think it was intentional.
I don't think so either.
No way.
Here comes Lake Stevens, 2:36 to play, 70-35 the score. As they work it around the left side. Vikings with it, Maddox Prater. Looking for a screen from Taylor. In the corner it goes. 3 on the way, rims off, no good. That was a miss by Easton Gosser. Gosser with the miss on the 3, 2:15 to play. It's Glacier Peak basketball. Out of backcourt, Adam Thomas. Dribble drive, and he just dribbles through a bunch of traffic. Thomas again, out to Lee. Now Brian Hunter will, I think, sub out. There's Lee with a reverse lay-in. It's up and good, and a timeout called by Glacier Peak. And
Coach Hunter calls timeout there, I think just to get subs in.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a full timeout. We'll step aside. A minute 54 to play. 72-35 Glacier Peak tonight over Lake Stevens. Back with more after this.
McDaniel's Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years. They are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do It Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
Welcome back here to Lake Stevens High School. We're getting our floor producer, Todd Tipke.
Yes.
Fresh off the golf course. And
the golf pro.
The golf pro and assistant coach to Brian Hunter. That's good of you, Coach, to get him involved.
Well,
it's up to you to
I
get
think
some
Tip
player of
was
the
going to
game.
come up and probably going to tell me that he shot 67 this morning. Lipped out on 18, right? I think that's what he wanted to tell me. I kind of overruled him there and just said, hey, after the game, we got to get our player of the game up here quick.
Todd Tipke has been friends with Brian Hunter for, 40 years.
Yep.
Yep. So here we go. Back to action here. Inside 2 minutes to play in the game. Lake Stevens with it. It's been all Glacier Peak tonight. Dribble drive as they swing it over to the left-hand side. That's Sean Etheridge now dribbling in, laying up, good.
Nice take. Great drive, great finish.
Easton Gosser with the bucket, 72-37, a minute 30 to play. Yeah, at the end of the game, we'll take a quick break and get back as quickly as we can with our player of the game. It'll be Joe Lee, who is now on the bench. I guess it's not good to get him now, was it?
Brian probably wouldn't like that.
No, I'm guessing not. Dribbling in off the window, no good. One more time, back up, no good. That's a miss by Marshall Adams. And he will go to the free throw line. A couple of misses on putbacks. The foul is going to be called on Glacier Peak, as they've got a call-up that we don't have on our varsity roster. They run kind of lean.
They do.
With only 9 players, but they do have a 10th player. The mysterious number 4. But we know that Marshall Adams is at the free throw line for the Lake Stevens Vikings. Short arms it, no good. And here comes Glacier Peak as they work it around. Down a minute 10 to play in the game, and it's been all Glacier Peak since the first quarter. It was 8-8 to end of one. It's 72-37 now with the Grizzlies. As they work it around and swing it back out top of the key. No, we're going to have a travel call. They were looking for Luke Zimmerman to take a 3-ball. He did, but he had traveled beforehand. And inside a minute now.
I think always an enjoyable time as a coach when you get some of these kids in to get these last minute or two. Kids that they're working hard every night or every day at practice, and this is gonna make their day getting a minute or two into this varsity game.
Sure. As now Lake Stevens will work it around. Sean Etheridge, a little dribble move down the right side of the key, and a foul is going to be called here. And so it'll be first person on the mystery man. Marshall Adams will be at the free throw line for Lake. 45 seconds to play in the game. First one on the way, and it's good. And Adams will get another. 72-38. Lots of things to ponder for the coaching staff for Lake Stevens. Although we mentioned it, you knew it was going to be tough. Next free throw is good. 72-39. As GP will work it down here. 23 to shoot. As they work it in the corner, Paxton Bigby looking for a shot down low. Intercepted by Etheridge. Up the floor they go. Tried a little one too many passes maybe. Still got it though. Back up and in. A little stick-to-itiveness there for Caden Chittister. Got the lay-in up and good. And it's 72-41. Down to 13 seconds to go. And Glacier Peak can just wind down the clock here and put this one into the victory column. Down to 3-2-1, and that will be that. And the Glacier Peak Grizzlies will win it. Final score of 72-41. Our player of the game interview coming up next. Again, the final score, the Glacier Peak Grizzlies 72, the Lake Stevens Vikings 41. Stay with us. Our post-game show coming up right here on KRKO. Okay. We'll come back as fast as we can.
Hot summers in Snohomish County lead to homeowners taking steps earlier each year to keep their home comfortable. If you're thinking about air conditioning for your home, now is the perfect time. Air conditioning costs hundreds less when installed with a new furnace. If you're unsure about the age or dependability of your home comfort system, our consultants will help you determine the best solution. Our experienced technicians make sure our customers are comfortable by keeping their heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical systems working well. But we believe comfort is more than that. We want you to have a comfortable buying experience, to be comfortable with our technicians working in your home, and on top of that, getting a value you're comfortable with.
Thirty seconds. You okay?
Yeah.
Good?
Okay, good. About 30 seconds.
Okay.
No post-game intro. Let's go. Okay.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll see you Saturday night here for our girls' game.
Welcome back to Lake Stevens High School. Tonight, the Glacier Peak Grizzlies win it 72-41 over the Lake Stevens Vikings. And our player of the game is freshman Joe Lee of the Glacier Peak Grizzlies. Tom Lafferty along with Coach Zach Ward. Coach, Joe gets congratulated by Bobby Siebers. Let's talk about your first quarter. You were almost unconscious, or first half anyway, right? How did it go for you?
That was pretty good. You know, everyone on our team, just like after I made the first one, they knew that I could just keep going, and then the way they were playing defense, I was open a little bit, so I just kept shooting it.
Talk about playing with Bobby Siebers.
It's amazing. It's the easiest teammate I've ever had to play with. Anytime anything goes wrong, just give the ball to him, and then it gets 10 times better.
Yeah, so Coach Joe, we talked on the radio. I think you guys started out 0 for 6 from 3 to start the game. But talk about a little bit as a shooter, coming off games where you've had games of 4 and 5 made threes. What's your mentality? The first couple don't get down. I know Coach Hunter probably gives you as close to a green light as any coach gives. How's your mentality? How do you deal with that?
Just keep shooting. If you miss, it doesn't matter. You're always going to be open. Just keep shooting it.
Right, and so second half, talk to me a little bit about the second half. We got Bobby getting loose a little bit, and I think there was definitely focus on you. Did Coach say anything at halftime about any kind of changes to expect from the Vikings?
Yeah, he knew that if they had any time to come back, it'd be right after halftime. So we had to keep our foot on the gas and just keep playing.
Yeah, and you guys did that with a nice 8-0 run to start. Some really nice takes at the end. Very impressed with your game. Great job, man.
Thank you.
There you go. That is our player of the game. Good job tonight.
Thank you.
And we're going to get pictured with our player of the game here, Joe Lee. We'll take a break, come back with the stats, and talk about this one. Final score again, 72-41. Grizzlies over the Vikings. Back with more on the postgame show right here on KRKO.
Good job, man. Good luck rest of the year.
Hey,
Joe.
Joe. You get 2 shirts.
Oh, what a deal. You get 2 shirts. Tom, I'll send that picture to you.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, thank you. And we can do the post-game wrap or intro here. Yeah, I wanted to get him on so that we could, it's easier for on the TV side.